everybody. I'm Marissa, Sabbatical Beauty Ambassador, and tonight for She's a Sabbatical Beauty, I am interviewing Julie, as in Tarot Tuesdays with Julie.
Hello.
Hello, tell us about yourself.
All right. So I'm a Renaissance woman. I do many, many things. My day job is that I am a English professor. Actually, I'm a professor of business communication. I work in a business school and I teach future business leaders to be good communicators. And I also work for a small nonprofit in the town where I live. I work for a symphony and I help with their communications. And I also am sort of slowly, in the time that I have, which is not a lot, I'm putting together a business being a makeup coach. So I love makeup. And I do tarot. And I really like professional wrestling a lot. So that pretty much takes up all my time, all those things.
Like real professional wrestling or like entertainment wrestling?
Oh, entertainment wrestling. Sports,
oh, for sure.
As they like to say. Like WWE for sure. Everything else.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm old school. I still say WWF and I get corrected every time.
Yeah, I knew it as WWF for years, and so did most people, I think. So,
yeah. All right. So you've been with SB for how long?
A long time. I think that I remember talking to Adeline about the work that she was doing, like when SB was just like a co-op, and before it kind of was like a business with a website and everything. And I remember like when she first sort of opened the website and there were only like a few products there, like I placed my first order. So I think it must have been now like at least, maybe like 3.5, 4 years. So it's been a while. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So you're super OG SB.
OG SB.
That's awesome. Isn't it fun to watch a company grow?
It's been amazing, and it's been really inspirational to me because I've, had my, interest in changing careers and starting my own business. So watching someone who came from academia, like I'm still in academia, do that was really amazing, and kind of seeing how much it's grown and how much she was able to do and kind of getting advice from her was awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. So tell me about your skin and the skincare you were using before SB.
So my skin is pretty, I'd say it's combination oily. For a lot of my life, I just basically had oily skin, definitely blemish prone. As I got older, my skin started to change a little bit. I also noticed it changed after I had a surgery to remove one of my ovaries that had a big cyst on. And I think that might have changed kind of like the hormone balance in my body, and my skin started getting a little bit drier in places. But I've always had acne, hormonal acne. And what I was doing before, because I really didn't know anything about taking care of my skin in any kind of systematic or informed way, I was like getting every product that I possibly could to like strip the oil out of my skin. So like everything alcohol based, really harsh stuff, because I thought that I need to make my skin bone dry all the time. And I was stuck getting pills. That didn't work.
Yeah. That's a common misconception with people who have oily skin, that you just need to take it all away.
And I never moisturize, ever.
And never moisturize, right.
Yeah.
Right. People used to look at me crazy when I would suggest a moisturizer for their oily skin. Like, oh no, I have oily skin. Yes, I know. So you need this more than someone with dry skin, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, what were your biggest fears and struggles about trying new skincare lines?
Basically that I would buy something that either wouldn't work and I would like be out the money and I would be left with it, because before I came to Sabbatical Beauty, like if I was like, well, I'm almost 30. It was like several years ago. And I was like, well, I need to do something about my skin so I don't get wrinkles, and I don't know. And I went to the Clinique counter and I talked to a very nice lady there who sold me like $170 worth of products, and I was a grad student. I didn't have that kind of money. And I mean, like, some of them were okay, but like, it wasn't, there were so many that I didn't use, or I didn't know how to use, I didn't know how to use together. And I felt so dumb because I was pretty smart about everything else in my life. As a grad student, I tried to be research based, but I didn't know what to do about skin. So I was worried that like I would buy something that didn't work, or buy something that, I don't know, I didn't know how to use, or I would miss something and everything would like fall apart. And yeah, or I was really worried that like I was some kind of anomaly and that nothing in the world would work on my skin.
Well, also another common misconception is that when you purchase skincare, especially from a very famous brand, you're not out the money if you end up not liking it. You can always return it.
Yeah.
They'll take it and
I
get your money back. So,
yeah.
yeah, I have no shame returning skincare because they will sell it to you up and down and give you all these guarantees. And if their product doesn't follow through, do not be ashamed to go back to that counter and say, this didn't work on me, even if half of it is used. If you've gone through half a jar of something and nothing has worked, you take that back and get your money back. So there's a tip for anybody watching that is still trying to like weed out their old stuff, or they're trying to save money for more Sabbatical Beauty. Take back all the stuff that didn't work and get your money back and invest it into Sabbatical Beauty.
I completely agree with that, and I do the same thing with makeup. And you know, whenever I'm doing makeup coaching for someone and I'm like, look, if this didn't work and it's the wrong shade or something, take it back. If you have your receipt, you know, everyone will take stuff back. Sephora, Ulta, the drugstore,
Target.
I've taken so many things back that I just didn't like.
Yeah. Yep. If they're gonna spew out all these guarantees and 100% satisfaction, like take it back if you're not satisfied.
Absolutely.
That is not 100%.
Yeah.
How did you discover Sabbatical Beauty?
What's that?
How did you discover Sabbatical Beauty?
I think I discovered it just through my friendship with Adelaide on Facebook. Like I don't know how we got to be friends on Facebook, but we would definitely like sort of commiserate about some of the least fun parts of academia. And I saw her when she went on sabbatical to do Sabbatical Beauty. She would often post about like her skincare things that she was creating, and you know, testing them on herself. Wow, that was fun. Posting pictures and all that kind of stuff. So and when she sort of advertised the company with the website and everything for the first time, I was like, I gotta try it. So that's what I did.
Cool. So you've known Adeline for a long time then. So what results were you hoping to see with SB, and did you achieve those results?
The thing that I was really hoping for was to reduce the acne, because my entire life I've had acne, not really bad, but like cystic acne in different places. And I don't think that, you know, from like the age of 13 on, there wasn't a day where my face was completely clear. Like, I don't think there was a single day in my life that I didn't have a pimple somewhere on my face. And even if it was just one or two. And, you know, and at the time that I tried Sabbatical Beauty, I was like 34, 35. And I was like, is this ever going to stop? Like, can I enjoy one of the benefits of being an adult and not having, you know, tons and tons of zits all the time? And so I had really hoped that there would be something that would help with my acne, kind of maybe reduce the oiliness in my face. At the time that I tried Sabbatical Beauty, I was in like a very different climate. It was very hot and humid. And so my acne was irritated a lot. And I was also, yeah, that was mainly the big issue was acne.
Yeah. Acne is the payoff for delayed wrinkles in life.
That I hear that, and I actually believe that, because I'm 38 years old and I sometimes look at myself and I'm like, you know, I know there are people who are younger than me who have more wrinkles than I do.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is people with oily skin don't get wrinkles as early because their skin has enough moisture.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And I've avoided this
um,
most of my life. I'm very pale. I've always stayed out of the sun and have been a lot more rigorous about putting SPF on every morning since I started using Sabbatical beauty stuff. So yeah.
yeah. What part of Indiana are you in?
I live in East Central Indiana, so I live right by the Ohio border. I
Okay.
yeah, so I live about like an hour from Dayton, an hour from Cincinnati.
Okay. I have in-laws in Crown Point.
Okay. I don't know a
Yeah.
ton about Indiana because I'm kind of a newcomer to the state. My husband is from
Oh,
Richmond,
gotcha.
where I live, but yeah.
It's like 4 hours from Kentucky or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about
Um, Anywho, um, so now that you have SB integrated into your regimen,
right.
how do you feel about your skin?
I feel a lot better about my skin, and I've been paying attention to it quite a bit more, especially now because I'm very involved with makeup and use makeup a lot. And I've paid a lot of attention to trends in skincare. I've like subscribed to skincare videos and stuff like that. I'm always looking at new products, and um, I don't know all the chemistry, but I have been reading like I read labels and I see the different extracts that are in things. Um, so it's sort of like become like a fun hobby that kind of goes along with my interest in makeup. And I definitely enjoy doing my skincare like in the morning and in the evening. I love sheet masks. And I've gotten my husband into skincare too. I will tell you a story. The first product I ever bought from Sabbatical Beauty was marine serum. It's still my favorite product. And I was so amazed by the results of it that I bought a bottle for my husband and I gave it to him because his skin was very similar to mine, like acne, oily. And I said, just try this, put it on. And we were like long distance at the time, so I didn't see him for a couple months. And then when I saw him again, I was like blown away by how different his skin looked, like how clear,
Wow.
how reduced redness, like reduced blotchiness and everything. And of course, since he's a dude, like he doesn't have the like hormonal issues that women do. So, and I'm like, oh, have you been using it every day? He's like, yeah, when I remember. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I like Joe could roll around in dirt and not wash his hands for like 2 days and touch his face and his skin will still be like perfect.
Yeah.
I hate him so much. um, okay, so let's talk about our fabulous community.
Yes.
And since you're one of the OGs, so you got to see this community grow and change from what it was in the beginning to the way it is now. Tell me about your experience in group. What do you love about it? What changes have you seen as the group has evolved?
One thing that I always love about the community is that it's a really inclusive space and inclusive of different kinds of people, obviously, but also inclusive of like, you can talk about pretty much anything. Like even if you're, struggling with something personal, it's always welcome in the community, and there's support and there's people who will respond and give you some words of encouragement. And that's actually something that I've seen has like been consistent throughout the time that I've been, part of the community, is that there's so much support and so much consistent support that it's really kind of amazing. I mean, it's really cool to see so many people coming into the community and introducing themselves and like asking questions, about skin or products, and receiving like support really quickly. Not just from, people who work for the brand, but from just members of the community. And it's really great to kind of see everyone feeling like they have a stake in it.
Yeah. We're all like personally and emotionally like invested into everybody, and we all actually really care about each other, which I think is awesome. Even though for the most part we're like-minded, but of course there's always going to be differences within a group of people, but it's like non-existent. It's like not even a thing. And it's not one of those, in regular groups, people who disagree with you just cannot pass up the opportunity to leave a comment.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see any of that in our group, which
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate a lot, because it's like one of those, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, and people respect that,
Mm-hmm.
because that's not what we're here for. We're not here to debate.
Mm-hmm.
We have a resistance page for that, but we're not here to debate. We're just here to feel like we have backup.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the like the benefits of having a brand that has like is really strong about its values, and they're not just there just because like, oh, a brand's supposed to have values. Like I think Sabbatical Beauty's values are very, they're alive and they really guide everything that the brand does. And from the choices they make to the where they choose to work, to the people that they source their stuff from, to like what they pay the people who work for them. I mean, that is really not something that you see a lot of especially from big companies. So
Right. And something tells me that no matter how big we get, it won't change.
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay, important question. If you were a Sabbatical Beauty product, which one would you be?
I definitely say that I'm definitely gonna say that I'd be Marine Serum, but that's kind of weird because I'm not like a water-based person. I'm a fire sign, okay? Like I'm total Aries, and I don't like water at all. Like I don't like being in the rain, and I don't like it when it's rainy. I don't swim. I have not submerged myself in water in like almost 15 years. Like I don't take
So
baths.
you don't take baths. Okay.
Yeah, I shower. Okay, I do shower. but yeah, but I mean, but yeah. But I love Marine Serum, and it's just, I feel like it's just this magical potion that is, I don't know.
Well, you're magical, so there's
Thank
the
you.
tie-in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool. I think if I were, I think I would definitely be that. I'm an OG. It's an OG product, and yeah, for sure.
It's your ride or die bitch.
What's that?
It's your ride or die bitch.
It really is. Oh my God, I think I might be. I know I've at least bought like a dozen bottles over the years, probably.
That's impressive.
Yeah, because
I'm only on my second bottle.
there's other products I've bought, repeatedly, but that one is like the one that I'm always like, nope, I gotta have this. I gotta have this.
All right, I like it, Marine.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your second choice? Just curious.
Ooh, I really like the red wine press serum too. I don't know if that like represents me though. Oh, maybe because I'm like not a wine drinker either. I'm gonna say Sleeping Beauty because that is such a fascinating product to me, and it's dark and it's unexpected. Because when I bought it, it was like the first face oil I've ever used, and I was even with the education that I'd gotten about skincare from being part of Sabbatical Beauty's groups, I was still like, you want me to put oil on my oily skin? Are you high? Like that doesn't make sense. But I looked at it, and it's like this dark foresty color, and and it made my skin, like, it made the redness clear up, and it made my skin look so like, I don't know, just radiant. And I was like, wow, there's more to this than meets the eye, just like me.
Yep, that's a good choice too. Two of my favorite products, Marine and Sleeping Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for joining me tonight and doing this interview. I had a lot of fun. Yay. If you guys are catching the replay on Facebook, go ahead and leave any questions you might have for Julie or me in the comments, and we'll answer them as we see them. If you're catching the replay on YouTube, you missed out on a pretty awesome tarot reading. If you want to catch all of the before and afters and bloopers and fun stuff that we talk about before the actual interview, join our group on Facebook, our Sabbatical Beauty group, and like this video and subscribe to our channel. And we will see you guys soon, next time.
All right.
Adios.
Adios. Bye, Marissa. Bye, everybody.
Bye.